Man, we have an absolute menace on our hands this time, guys. This was a story circulating around 4 months ago around Thanksgiving. I did not hear it until now. I was just looking into wacky stories because hey, I wanted to see what other wacky stories were going on since we did that other video on the 48,000 stolen from Target video. Either way, a raccoon broke into a liquor store and it was found passed out drunk. Fucking crazy. Apparently, it ransacked a whole liquor store and got blasted. Authorities responded to a break-in in Virginia's liquor store, apprehended a unlikely suspect, a drunk raccoon. The raccoon broke into the Virginia ABC store in Ashland, Virginia in the early morning hours of November 29th. After ransacking the shelves, the raccoon passed out intoxicated in the bathroom. Fucking hilarious. And the Hanover County Animal Protection and Shelter said in a statement. When officials arrived on scene, they secured the animal and transported him back to the shelter. After a few hours of sleep and no signs of injury, other than maybe a hangover and poor life choices, I mean, hey, I feel that. Haven't we all been there? Uh, The raccoon was safely released back to the wild. The statement said, Virginia ABC, the state-run agency that oversees the store, said in a statement that it appreciates the professionalism and the animal protection officers in responding to the scene and providing our visitor with a sober ride home. Absolutely conical, man. Super fucking funny. Samantha Martin, the animal protection officer who responded to the scene, told the Associated Press that the raccoon fell through one of the ceiling tiles at the store and went on a full-blown rampage, drinking everything. Photos of the scene show a variety of bottles, including some shattered, strewn across a store aisle. Another photo shows the suspect in question lying on the floor in the store's bathroom, apparently unconscious. Hanover County Animal Protection and Shelter said in a Facebook comment that there is no video footage of the incident because the cameras were lost in the incident. Now, I'm gonna say that there actually is footage. NBC News has a bit of footage of the little rampage that was going on. Not him physically drinking it, but I will show you that in just a moment after this little clip. But we have some news coverage on this, and let me undo my thing and I'm going to mute myself, but we're going to check out this news coverage on it.
Now, if this was you or me, we'd probably be under arrest for breaking and entering, destruction of property, theft, and public intoxication. However, the prime suspect in this case is a raccoon. We have to see the pictures to believe it, and you're looking at evidence right now. You see the little guy there, passed out? He was in the bathroom, clearly regretting his life choices. This happened in Virginia on Saturday. An animal control officer said this raccoon broke into a liquor store and got into the scotch and whiskey on the bottom shelf. You know what? I've done the same thing. She described his actions as a full-blown rampage, but the raccoon was released into the wild on personal recognizance, which seems to not make too much sense, but what a mess. There you go.
So that was the first coverage, and NBC News actually has video footage of this.
Right on that shelf, a now infamous raccoon taking one of the first tumbles of what would be a wild night. Video obtained by NBC News shows the critter inside a Virginia liquor store. Then, as it makes its way down the aisle and scampers around the broken bottles it knocked over, the aftermath going viral. A trashed panda splayed out next to a trash can and toilet, like that one person that maybe had one too many at the holiday party. It all unfolding in Ashland, Virginia over the Thanksgiving weekend.
I was just like, that is the funniest thing I've ever seen.
At least he got to the bathroom when he passed out.
According to the Virginia Alcoholic Beverage Control Authority, the masked bandit dropped in from the store ceiling, drunky raccoon, then checked into the room only to find lots of boozy bottles. The damage? 14 bottles worth about $250. If you're wondering how a raccoon wets its whistle, this particular one appeared to have a taste for rum, scotch, moonshine, peanut butter whiskey, and eggnog. Security was alerted, which prompted a search of the store and the comical reveal once the officer arrived.
When she told me at first, I thought she was apprehending a human subject. And I'm like, we don't do that.
The raccoon was then transported to an animal shelter so it could sober up.
Just looking at this raccoon being so lethargic laying there, the officer stated the eyes were moving back and forth, and just kind of, okay, telltale signs that he's probably been a little drinking. So
More than likely would have failed a field sobriety test.
more than likely, the officer said she had no problem picking the raccoon up.
The shelter posting the aftermath on Facebook, and the rest is drunk history.
That's kind of things we deal with on a regular basis. Not saying that in a liquor store raccoons are, but we deal with raccoons every day.
He's right. It's happened more than once. Turns out about a year ago at the
Either way, that basically covers the story. We don't need to watch the entire fucking thing. I think this is absolutely hilarious. The fact that a raccoon got absolutely hammered, ransacked a liquor store in Ashland, Virginia, and passed out in the bathroom. That is some really once in a lifetime kind of stuff. Obviously not good for the little guy. He made some poor life choices, but you know, don't we all? Don't we all? But either way, that was another wacky story. Hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, subscribe if you enjoyed. Stay lifted. One love.